So the objectives of our lesson for today are define mean, median, and mode. So we'll be going also to find the mean, the median, and mode of ungrouped data. And of course, we will identify when to use mean, median, and mode. So before we will start our discussion on it, so I have here an activity for you. So this activity is called choose 10. Okay, so why is it choose 10? So here I have the list of scores of 50 students in Bigaa Integrated National High School Grade 7 Nara in a 50-item PhilErie post-test. So this PhilErie is being conducted by the Department of Education in order to test the level of reading abilities of all students in the Philippines. So I will be going to show you the 50 students scores in the PhilErie post test. So what will you do is just to pick 10 scores. So there are 50 scores there. So you will just pick 10 scores. So you are allowed to pick repeated scores. So repetition will do. So I will give you 1 minute to pick 10 scores on the results. Okay, so time's up. 1 minute is done. So on your picked scores, the 10 scores, so I want you to get the average of the 10 scores that you pick. So you'll be going to get the average of the 10 scores. So how will you be going to get the average again? Okay, so that's right. So you will be going to add all the scores, divide by the number of cases, or we have 10 as your n. So you may use your calculator or cell phone to get the average of the 10 scores. So I will give you 30 seconds to do it. Okay, so are you done? So after getting the average, I have also here the next one. You have to arrange the scores from lowest to highest and get the middle score. So what you will do is just you will be going to arrange the picked scores, your 10 picked scores. So you will just arrange them from lowest to highest, then get the middle score. So middle score, that is if there are 10 students, since the number of students that you pick is an even number, so you'll be going to pick the fifth and the sixth order of your scores. So I will give you 30 seconds to do it. Okay, so are you done? Okay, next one. So find the most common score that you pick. So your 10 scores, so you will just observe what score is the most frequent. So I will give you another 30 seconds to do it. Okay, so if you're done, so just let that activity on your table first, because we will be going to check your answers or your activity after our lessons. Okay, So we will discuss first, then you'll be going to realize if your scores or if your answers are correct. Okay, so just let it on your table and can just listen to our discussion. Okay, so this one, before we will discuss it first, so how do you find the activity? Okay, is it hard or is this easy? Okay, so what strategy that you use to accomplish the activity fast? So, do you have any strategy or technique on how to accomplish the activity so that you'll be going to get the problem very fast? Okay, so let us now define, okay, mean. So I have here, so in probability and statistics, so we will define mean as if you have given a sample of n data points x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3 to x sub n, the formula for the mean or average is given below. So this is the formula for finding the mean of the given scores. So what will you do is just get the summation of x divided by n, or the sum of the data divided by the number of your data. So I have here an example. So, so my test scores for Calculus 1 are 95, 83, 92, 81, and 75. So those are my 5 test scores for Calculus 1. So what is the mean? So in order to get the mean, so you will just sum up all the tests and divide by the total number of tests. So you will just add 95 plus 83 plus 92 plus 81 plus 75 divided by 5. So I will get a mean score of 85.2. So that is our mean of my calculus 1 scores. So in your activity, on your previous activity, no, so you will just test this how to get the mean of your peaked scores. So you will just add divide by 10. Okay. So next one is the median. So what is this median? So the median is the middle value of a distribution of data. So earlier on your activity, so I asked you to arrange your scores from lowest to highest. So how will we get the median score of the given scores? So you will just get the location of the median can be calculated using this formula n plus 1 all over 2. So let us take an example for the median. So here are a bunch of 10-point quizzes from Math 117. Okay, so there are scores here, and those are 10 item tests. No, the quiz is 10 item test. So the highest point here is 10. So as you can see, there are 15 data points. So if you'll be going to count those scores, so there are 15. So you'll be going to arrange the data points in order from smallest to largest. So you'll be going to arrange those from smallest to largest. And this is now the result. So if you will be going to arrange them, so you will get 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, 9, and 10, 10. So that is the order if you will be going to arrange them from the lowest to highest. So how will you get the mean? So just simply calculate the location of the median. That is, your n is 15. So there are 15 scores plus 1 divided by 2, and that is 8. So the A piece of data is the median. So if you'll be going to count, Okay, what's the eighth in the order of the distribution? So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the eighth score on the arranged data is 7. So thus the median score is 7. Okay, so next one is the mode. So what is mode? So the mode is the most frequent number in a collection of data. So if you'll be going to see that, so the most frequent score, so what score is appeared frequently? Okay, so I have here an example. So for example, number one, so we have 3, 10, 8, 8, 7, 8, 10, 3, 3, 3. So it will be going to get the mode of the given example. So the mode of the example is 3. Why? Because 3 has a frequency of 4. So let us count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 frequency for the 3 score. Okay, so that's why 3 is our mode. So example number 2. So we have 5, 7, 9, 1, 7, 5, 0, and 4 as the scores. So this example has two modes. We have 5 and 7. Why it has two modes? So if you'll be going to count, so there are two 5 scores, so it's 1 and 2, and we have 7, 1 and 2. So that's why we have two modes of the given scores. So this is said to be bimodal. Okay, so if you have two modes, that is called bimodal. If you have three modes, we have trimodal. And if you have more than three modes, so that is called multimodal. Okay, so two per bimodal, three for trimodal, and more than three is multimodal. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so when to use the mean, median, and mode. So there are some cases when to use our mean, median, and mode. Okay, for the mean, that is the most frequently used measure of central tendency and generally considered the best measure of it. So in the different researches, so mean is the most frequent measures of central tendency that are being used by the researchers. Okay, because this is most accurate and the best measure. Okay. The second one is the median. So when to use the median? So median is used when there are a few extreme scores in the distribution of the data, wherein we say few extreme scores. So if you'll be going to draw the distribution that is a negatively skewed or positively skewed, wherein scores are being scattered on the highest scores or the top scores, or scores are being compressed into the lowest scores. So we're really going to use the median to get the measure of the central tendency. Okay, so the next one is the mode. So mode is preferred measure when data are measured in a nominal or ordinal scale. So it means, so if your data are arranged from in order, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, so mode is the best measure. Okay, especially for if the data are descriptive. Okay, wherein, for example, a favorite volleyball, favorite sports, wherein the respondents will give you the name of the sports like volleyball, basketball, and so on and so forth. So the best measure for that is the mode. Okay.